The Pope just released a 200-page challenge to Silicon Valley. Technically, it's an encyclical, which is like a formal letter to the world, but this one is entirely on artificial intelligence. This document is called Magnifica Humanitas. And from the first chapter, the Pope makes a structural argument where he's saying that the main drivers of AI development are no longer governments. These are private and transnational companies whose resources now surpass those of many nations. We are talking about a handful of private actors which are answerable to no electorates, no constitutions, and are shaping the infrastructure of human thought globally. The Pope calls this the Babel syndrome, which is basically like one language, one technology, one direction, and absolutely no accountability to anyone. Hold on, I've heard this before. Back in 2024, Adrian Lafrance published an article in The Atlantic. This article is titled The Rise of Techno-Authoritarianism. If you have not read it, please. But these are the three key takeaways from our articles. Adrian Lafrance argues that these techno giants in Silicon Valley operate under a very clear anti-democratic ideology that assumes unelected elite class of tech operators inherently knows what is best for the society. Secondly, she also makes the case for corporate manipulation, where she's arguing that all of these tech giants rely on data mining and profit-driven social media algorithms to accelerate engagement, often at the expense of privacy and individual autonomy. Thirdly, she also makes another case for co-opting corporate language, where she's saying that despite using the language of individual liberty and free speech, ultimately, modern tech infrastructure is increasingly being used to control the public sphere and silence critics. Now, back to Pope. Pope is also arguing the same thing. He's saying that algorithms, platforms, and data must be treated as universal goods, meaning that these things belong to humanity, not just to their owner. Somebody say hallelujah, because the Pope is preaching. This is a direct challenge to how Google, OpenAI, Meta, Anthropic, and what have you operate. Now, here's another twist to it. Because the co-founder of Anthropic, Christopher Olah, one of these private transnational companies, was sitting at the Vatican when this dropped, he had to admit it publicly, saying that his own AI lab, which is Anthropic here, also operates inside an incentive that somehow conflict with doing what is right. He said that AI models are not engineered, they are grown, which means that even he does not fully understand what his company has built. And he says that his team keep finding things in these models that are mysterious and unsettling internal states that mirror joy, fear, and grief. And he admitted that he doesn't know what that means. The builder does not know what he built. Well, he closes by asking for moral voices the incentives cannot bend. So let's just untangle what just happened. The Pope releases a document saying power is too concentrated in private hands. The co-founder of one of these private companies shows up, agrees, and asks the church to be his external conscience. Well, the encyclical also has a section on disarming words. Pope is saying basically that language and AI have both become weapons and both need to be laid down. The question that all of this raises is this: who exactly has the power to hold these companies accountable? The encyclical says government, civil society, religious institutions, scholars. But this document was co-presented by the very company it is critiquing. Make that make sense?